This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
This isn't about the dead, it's about the living. It's about my mother. It's about my sister. It's about my wife. It's about the 14 years it took me to go from undesirable to un-goddamn deniable.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women. Seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. The cream of the crop. Nobody does it better.
Hey, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on the BrokenInfinite.com, Podomatic.com. Jesus, it's been a year. You know what? I'll explain why I fucked up in a second. I am distracted, but for good reason. Podomatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and Raspberry. Find news, find audio, recording live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We talk about professional wrestling, both from the mainstream and the independent scene. My name's Matty J. That is TWK.
Hello, everybody in the Twitch.tv chat. I am TWK, and it's time to talk some wrestling.
And other things as well. And Shintigercurl.
Yeah, dim sometime, whatever. I don't care.
He's already started.
We are going full SNL tonight. I get the feeling. All right. Full disclosure, we're live. It's Friday as per usual. For those listening live, you know what's going on. For those watching the VOD / listening to the audio thing on Spotify, the recorded version. There is a particular hockey game going on. In fact, it's the playoffs, the Stanley Cup final between the Tampa Bay Lightning and my Montreal Canadiens. And the game, as of right now, is in progress. The score as of right now in the first period, as of recording, 9:02 p.m., July 2nd. Tampa Bay Lightning 2, Montreal 1. But they just scored, and it's almost the end of the first period. So I will have at least 15 to 20 minutes of time where I will be concentrating on this. But I have the game on one screen, I have everything else on the other, and of course I got these two gentlemen. And this was a week to talk about it, including the Young Burts, Lemmy Omega, and the Young Burts. We'll get to them in a few seconds, of course.
Before you say, I have something to say about this hockey game.
Sure.
I'm not the biggest fan of Montreal. However, anybody but Tampa. Fuck Tampa.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck Tampa too. Let me can I get who is Andre the Giant for 200?
Sir, that's not Andre the Giant. That's Andre Vasilevsky from the Tampa Bay Lightning.
No, he's not. He's Andre the Giant, wrestler. I think that is his name. Yes, that's who it is.
He is the lead goaltender for Tampa Bay, though I think he might be 250. 300
no,
if
he's
you count
not.
the pads.
No, he's not.
If he's doing that all night, I am okay with that.
Mr. Major, what do we have planned for tonight?
Not much. We got some news. We will obviously discuss the goings on. Of course, if we got some time, and it's very likely that we will. We're definitely going to be doing a Q&A if there are enough people in the chat. They're just starting to file in, I get the feeling. And I will be screaming it fuck into the microphone every time Tampa Bay does something I don't like. So,
For me, that's anything they do. Fuck you, Tampa Bay.
You know, I understand why you don't like Montreal and everything else. You're a Red Wings fan. You're supposed to hate us, but it's kind of weird to hear you cheer for Montreal for once.
Well, they're facing Tampa Bay, and that's Hulk Hogan's team.
Very true. Though he has not shown his bald fucking face in the first couple of games. I am happy to report.
Yeah, fuck Tampa Bay. I know it's a terrible city. Too hot. Don't like it.
I'm going to be in Miami in February next year, for God's sakes. Anyway, we have a clip of the week as per usual. I said if we didn't have one this week, didn't feel like it. This week, this one was tough to ignore. A little bit of context. Kenny Omega does show. Lemmy Omega, formerly of the cover group of the Motorhead cover group Motor Boater. I had to try something there. He comes out with the AEW World Title. He talks to Tony Schiavone. Stuff and things happen in the Dark Order, and Evil Uno say, "Well, we know someone who's the number one contender." And of course, Kenny will, whoever that guy is, he doesn't have the balls. Well, a Miro ass whooping later, we cut backstage, and this happened, which is our clip of the week. The seeds have been planted, ladies and gentlemen. Take a listen.
After what we just saw, I'm trying to get a word with the
Dark Order.
What the
hell do you guys think you're doing? How are you going to do something stupid like this?
If you thought we were going to do something stupid, why didn't you try to stop us, huh? You still want that championship, man.
Oh, so you thought you'd make the challenge for me, huh? You guys think I'm scared of Kenny?
No, we don't think you're scared of Kenny, but we do think maybe you're scared of failure. And it's okay to fail, as long as you get back on the horse. There you go.
When I failed for my TNT championship opportunity, you hoisted me above your shoulders and you celebrated my efforts, Adam.
Remember what you told us? Win or lose, we always have your back and we're always here for you. And guess what? We're here for you, Adam. You got this. You got this.
Come on, Adam.
Believe in yourself.
You're going to be a champ, Adam. Come on.
We believe in you.
Got it, dude.
Adam, you've waited long enough. This is your time.
There you go. And this one, I don't know. I'm going to go with the thoughts I had on Wednesday. And I tweeted about it. This is the story of the summer. It is going to be a slow build to All Out. And that's fair enough. But the pop, if they so choose to put over Adam Hangman Page and put the AEW World Title on him, the pop in Chicago will be massive.
And not only that, it'll solidify everything that they've done to not only build him up, but to prove to people that they are indeed creating their own stars.
They've been working on Page since day one. Day one. This has been acknowledged. He was one of the 4 guys that they wanted to build the company on. They put it on Jericho. They put it on. They put it on Moxley when he came on. Put it on Jericho, Moxley, Kenny Omega. The 4th one, Adam Page. Adam Page is technically the homegrown star. If they do it at All Out, huge.
I know some people would prefer to wait until Full Gear, but I think that the time for Page is now.
This is an interesting thing. Yeah, you could stretch the Full Gear if you want to, but the story that to me, everything that they're going for as far as building the match itself, it's there. It's all there. They literally planted the seeds for the summer build to All Out. So it only makes sense. Shin, I don't think we heard you on this. This is a big deal.
Shin's gone.
No.
Yeah, I guess he's having some personal issues that we will not get into here, but he might return, might not. He's just been going through some bit of health issues. Hopefully,
I get the feeling his Discord is disconnected. He would have said something by now.
Oh, right. Could be that as well.
It's not that. It's a connection thing more than anything. I'm willing to bet it's a connection thing.
Right. So just a myriad of issues, unfortunately, but hopefully he'll get them all sorted out. But in the meantime, yeah, that I really do like how the Dark Order is sort of being Hangman's support group. It's just really nice to see that.
It's the pop, it's the celebration, it's the everything. And I think, yeah, you could stretch it to Full Gear, but I'm like, to me, it seems like he's more over than ever. It's going to be your first pay-per-view in front. It's going to be your second. It's going to be your first pay-per-view traveling out of Daly's. Oh, wait. That was just a replay. There, I did an intermission. Sorry. It's like I saw the puck going into behind Price. I'm like, oh, fuck. Anyway. See? Distracted.
Yeah, first pay-per-view outside of Daly's place.
First pay-per-view out of Daly's place. In the place of Genesis for AEW, All In for All Out at the Sears Center in Chicago. To me, it just makes sense. And yeah, it could be a short-term pop, and yeah, you could definitely, if you want to put it back on Kenny Omega and continue the belt collector gimmick, you certainly can. I mean, it would go against every logical sense of booking for AEW, but to me, timing is everything. Things can happen in a short notice, and and then it's over. You can't do it anymore. But the way they're going to build this up, this is a pay-per-view build. This is a 2 to 3 month build for a pay-per-view main event card. The seeds have been planted for that.
And on top of that, after Hangman wins at All Out, I think that he's actually going to lose the belt at Full Gear.
Could be that short term. Makes sense.
And I'm going to tell you right now who it's going to be to take the belt from him.
Who you got?
Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
God damn, that makes too much sense. That makes
what better way to get
sense.
that big heat? What better way to get that big heat than being the guy that ends everyone's favorite title run early?
Could happen.
And he'll just rub it in everyone's
not
faces.
MJF. No, yes, MJF. The ultimate heat magnet. Think of it. The ultimate heat magnet, pinnacle at the top. There's something for Chris Jericho to chase. And whoever pins MJF is going to get even more of a pop from All Out. It makes sense.
I suppose now it's time to go over the list of news.
May as well.
First up, just a couple of days ago, we had the unfortunate passing of Del Wilkes, a.k.a. the Patriot, at age 59, which is way younger than I thought he was.
A lot of people were talking about it was a heart attack. They didn't say what the cause of the heart attack might have been. But, And Eggman says, can we have at least one world champ that not be a heel? Look, Bobby Lashley's doing good. Roman Reigns is god tier as far as the character work is concerned. Fuck, this is not apples and oranges here. This is storytelling. And MJF could win, and now we're going to boo him. But guess what? The pop will be even bigger when someone beats him.
Not that, but we are going to have Hangman Page for a couple of months as champion, at least.
Unless he wanted to be being the next fucking night, would be even worse.
No, that's not coming. That's definitely not their style.
That's not a WWE. We mean AEW's Dynamite's their MO.
So yeah, Del Wilkes passed away. Most people may remember him, of course, as the Patriot in WCW and WWE.
Yeah, for those who are unaware of Del Wilkes, he was the Patriot at the beginning of Bret Hart's heel run in WWE.
Yeah, unfortunately, was only there for a few months before, I believe, getting injured.
And he got injured, and I believe that ended his career.
I'm not sure about career, but definitely his WWE run.
Yeah.
Lady Frost, a pro wrestler, shared an interesting story about him. That apparently she was having a match, and Del Wilkes apparently pitched the idea for someone to interfere by throwing a snowball at her. Get it? Because she's Lady Frost.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's still good. He still had a working mind for the business, even near the end there. So another unfortunate passing.
Pretty much.
It's not unfortunate. the fact that the greatest tag team in WWE history is now the New Day.
Well, one, congratulations to them, and two, shrug.
I mean, I'm not going to argue it. I mean, they are the longest reigning tag team champions of all time in the company, and they're like 7-time champions, and they've never broken up even after all these years.
It's very true. All right, Shin is back online, so I'm assuming this was a Discord issue, so we're going to let him settle back in. He's just joining us now. We'll let you settle in while we discuss the rest of the stuff. But yeah, New Day, greatest tag team of all time. This is all subjective. And obviously, this is WWE doing their best to spin things around and all that stuff, which makes sense. I personally don't give a shit about WWE, so shrug.
Missed something?
Oh, well, WWE named the New Day as their greatest tag team of all time, and I cannot disagree.
It's subjective, but it's a good argument.
I would say part of me wants to say they're the greatest tag team in WWE history, but considering the state of tag teams in the time when the New Day have been active, it's kind of not something I would be bragging about.
No, like I said, this is objective. The argument is of the length of title, the length of title, of title reigns, the number of title reigns, the popularity, the work. I mean, they've had some great matches with some great tag teams, and obviously you can make the weakness of the division. Fair enough, but there's an argument to be made. I shrug because I don't give a shit, but at the same time, I'm like, put them in the conversation at the very least. Fair enough.
But considering WWE's history of just playing a revisionist history, it makes me wonder who is actually on that specific list, or they are just naming the New Day.
I remember Hardy's being on that list.
Hardy's would be, I could see being considered one of the greatest.
I can't remember much of anyone else, though.
I would assume the Dudleys and Edge and Christian would be up there as well.
Possibly. I don't think I saw the Dudleys. I think I also saw LOD on that list, maybe.
Demolition?
No, WWE is never going to acknowledge the existence of Demolition ever again.
Not after they got fucked over hard, yeah.
Not until one of them dies.
And that's why I don't take their list seriously.
Like I said, so it's subjective. It's obviously a little on the biased side, but there is an argument. There is an argument.
I'd say top 5, definitely.
Oh, yeah. You put them in the top 5 minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum. If you put them in a top 10, you better have some strong arguments for the people who are above New Day. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
By the way, welcome back. We teed up fight with something that happened with something. I was like, no, you were offline. I'm like, wait a minute. His internet decided to derp again.
No, it's something that's been happening with my computer for some reason. There's some processes that are going on in the background, and I've been trying to pinpoint what's been causing those processes because they slow my computer down big time. But yeah, so hopefully I restart it. It doesn't take long for my computer to restart, like 30 seconds tops.
Yeah, mine's around 2 minutes, and I usually let it boot up and load up whatever it needs to load up while I take a shower in the morning. So there's that. All right. T-Dub, next.
Next up we have North American champion.
Yeah,
his name is Swerve.
Isaiah Swerve Scott with the hit row grew, and he won it. So obviously Bronson Reed is shitting his bricks, thinking, "Oh fuck, they're gonna fuck me up in the fucking main roster, aren't they?"
Hope the paycheck is nice and fat.
Damn well better.
As much as I love Swerve Scott, and you guys know I do, I didn't like how it was handled.
Your main problem seemed to be the fact that Mr. Top Dollar over there almost got Swerve disqualified.
He's Dollar King until I say otherwise.
So there you go. That's what Shin thinks of him.
he is. As soon as he did that, I had to quote Dr. Insano and say, "Dollar King, you ignorant slut."
All right, so explain for those who did not watch what Mr. Dollar King did to earn this reputation from you.
Okay. All right, so hit row outside the ring while the match was going on. Whoever that other guy is, I know you told me his name.
Ashanti the Adonis.
Yep.
I don't care. I'm going to forget it in like 2 minutes anyway.
No, you missed a perfect opportunity to go Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care.
There you go.
Anyway, so whatever his name is, trips up Bronson Reed. Ref starts reading him a riot act, and it looks like he's about to throw Hit Row out. And he has all three of the other members, aside from Swerve, who's still in the ring, in his sights. He's arguing with them, jaw-jacking with them. Bronson Reed rolls out of the ring. He is outside resting on the barricade. And Dollar King, that ignorant slut, tells the ref, "Yo, watch this." And bull rushes Bronson Reed right in the face of the referee. Thankfully, he didn't hit. He flew right into the barricade and out into the crowd. I'm like, why would you do that?
Because he's a fucking idiot.
You talk a big game and then you do something that could have gotten your man disqualified. You big dumbass. You ignorant slut.
Fucking seems to be idiot. Your phrase of the week.
Yep.
You should make an award for that. Just stupid, just not bad moments in wrestling, just moments that defy common sense. The Ignorant Slut Award.
Award winner number 1, Mr. Dollar King.
And I'll tell it to him his face. You dollar store Suge Knight looking motherfucker.
Holy shit.
Suge Knight looking mother. Wow.
That's a bit of a deep cut.
Folks, I'm the whitest motherfucker in this room. Even I got that reference.
Although I will say that guy whose name I can't remember, he had a pretty good line that when he went over and he saw Dollar King taken out, he's like, "Oh, hey man, you good? You good?" I'm like, he just ran through a fucking barricade. How do you think he is, dude?
Well, at least he cared enough to check up on his mate. So moving on, though. By the way, best of luck to Bronson Reed if he does go to the main roster. He's going to need it. And it does appear that Crazy Cross is on his way as well, along with Scarlett Bordeaux, who might be getting the split skis on the main roster.
Which is bullshit. That's part of the act.
Yeah, well, so was Lana and Rusev. That was also a great
Vince fucked that up too.
He just likes breaking up teams, whether they're a couple or a regular tag team. If Vince sees it, he apparently will just break them up.
Because he fucking hates managers, that's why.
He just doesn't like teams, period, it seems.
And I gotta say, Scarlett Bordeaux is not that good of a wrestler. Not to say she's Eva Marie bad. No.
She's just she's better known as a manager and she's more of a manager valet than a wrestler. Even she would admit that.
She will not. She's just going to stand out like a sore thumb on whichever roster she's on.
She is. She's not the greatest wrestler, and I'm not going to acknowledge Scarlett Bordeaux as a stick with tits, because that's not where her intention is anyway. I don't think it should be acknowledged. Enigma Extreme in the chat. Speaking of fucking idiots, what's this news about XPW coming back?
That's the first I've heard of it.
Same here. I mean, they had one good show back in the 2000s. I got the DVD, but fuck.
Oh, isn't XPW getting their own Dark Side of the Ring episode this year?
First I've heard.
I think so. I can't remember.
So yeah, that's news to us.
Oh, you know what? It's probably because of the Vic Grimes incident. Because that was XPW.
That it was, but there's also other things that happened. They had a run-in with ECW.
Yes.
So there's a lot of stuff that they could cover. So we'll wait and see what happens.
That's all we could say there. I heard about XPW on Cultaholic this morning.
Speaking of online worlds of wrestling and the world of wrestling combining into one, oh, I love this new story right here. Sponsoring the upcoming Rise Wrestling match tomorrow afternoon on twitch.tv/Jim Sterling. We're going to see Commander Sterling and the Great Bambina take on Kimberly Spirit and Zach Belmont, and sponsoring that match will be Old School Wrestling Review.
Oh, is Dub sponsoring a thing?
Yup.
Nice.
Well, hello, Noggers.
Happy days are here again.
And they're going to have a new announce team.
TW missed a perfect opportunity to go pah.
I just did it.
Thank you.
Should be a good time. So everyone join in twitch.tv/Jim Sterling.
Who's the commentary? You didn't say it.
Well, there's a company called Rise that had their commentary. And then Rise was like, yeah, they're going to get the boot because one of them was being an asshole and misgendering Sterling the entire time.
Oh.
And then they came back from intermission, and during their intermission, they were chewed out about it. And then when they came back, they kept doing it.
Damn.
Growing pains, folks. It's a fucking thing.
Anyways, now that we have all that news done with, let's see. We have some AEW stuff, and I tried to combine the last two. I tried to combine the last two AEW Dynamite shows because there's 2 episodes in 1 week, so I just kind of took the best of both shows to combine down here because it's just a lot to go through.
I had some news, but I can wait.
All right, so first up, on Saturday we had Omega versus Jungle Boy. That was awesome.
That was a great main event.
If you don't consider Jungle Boy now to be in the discussion of being one of the best wrestlers in the world, something is wrong with you.
He may not be the best on the mic. He's still pretty green there, but as far as in-ring ability goes and connecting to an audience, he's there. He's got it.
Yeah, he's got the connection. Put 20 pounds and then a couple years of experience and maybe put the TNT title on him. Fucker's going to be a star. He is a made man after tonight, for sure. After Saturday night, I should say.
Yeah, that was easily the highlight from Saturday.
Absolutely.
We also we already talked about Hangman being built up as the next challenger, but Shin, you weren't here for that. So what are your thoughts on Hangman being built up?
I actually like the way this direction of this particular feud is going. It's a slow burn. We've been getting it on the periphery, and it's interesting because Hangman, despite the fact that he's so high up in the rankings, he hasn't really made a play to take Kenny on now that Kenny is in full heel belt collector mode. He hasn't made any kind of mention or any kind of discussion about going after him. And even when the conversation does hit him, he kind of just distracts to the point. So this is actually the first time anyone is on camera legitimately mentioned or suggested that Hangman go after Kenny. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. This is going to be, like Matty said, this is going to be the story of the summer.
Yeah, this will be the slow burn of the summer. It's like it's been marinating for a while. Now the heat's starting to turn on, which is a good thing. Also, 3-1 Lightning.
Lightning, don't you dare win this. You do not deserve it.
They're already leading the goddamn series 2-0, for God's sake.
Seriously? Fuck's sake. I saw so many people so happy when Montreal wanted to go into this series.
Well, we still are. It's just a case of the first game it got away from at the third period, and if you watch game 2, Montreal fucking won that game. Fuck the score. We won that fucking game. Lightning got fucking lucky.
God damn it. This is making me sad. One thing that's not making me sad though was the fact that Nyla Rose put Britt Baker through a table, which was basically the only thing to really watch during that entire segment.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Rebel Reba, like I feel her knee, literally.
Had that pain before?
Dude, I have a scar on my left knee for a dislocated shoulder.
Did you say a scar on your knee for a dislocated shoulder?
No, dislocated knee, but dislocated kneecap. Sorry, distracted. Tampa scored again. It's 4-1. Fuck.
Oh, what the fuck? Come on! Come on, goalie,
God
dude.
damn it. Why did I have to turn into a goddamn pumpkin now? Anyway, let's talk about wrestling now.
Turn off the game, Matt. Just turn off the game at this point.
Dude, no. To the end. To the goddamn bitter end. Anyway.
That's just going to make it more painful.
And it's comedy at this point.
Yeah.
You know. The hope was, hey, they score. Yay! They haven't done yet. They only did that one. Anyway. So we were talking about
unfortunately Rebel getting injured.
Yeah, so yeah, she dislocated her patella, her kneecap. And thankfully she was walking around a few hours later. It was a case of they just moved her knee around and they popped it back in and she was fine. Thankfully she's not permanently, she's not out for too long. But I know what she felt because the kneecap literally moves and it hurts like a motherfucker when it happens. Because it's happened to me several times even before my surgery when I was 13. And now every one of the times it hurts like a motherfucker. Now the time that time that I needed surgery for was because I fell on my bum knee and it was a hardwood floor, so and there were some other lingering issues, including torn ligaments and all that stuff. That necessitated the surgery to get it done. Also, my kneecap went from the front where it belongs to practically the back.
Ah!
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't see that because it took an x-ray to see that because my knee ballooned to the size of a freaking watermelon.
That just sounds grossly unpleasant.
It's not fun. So whenever I see someone with a knee injury and I go, oh fuck, I feel it. It's from experience. Believe me, it's from goddamn experience. Rebel, I feel your pain. I felt it. I know how it feels, and it sucks.
Yes, sir.
So hopefully, at the very least, Nyla and Britt Baker will deliver in their future match.
They should. They should at the very least. Just that this one was a setup match because they wanted to give this someone. They wanted to do the Vicky Guerrero tag match. You know, they knew what their main event was, and decided they wanted to fill it out and build to the next feud for Britt Baker. So it makes sense.
Yeah, the table spot was good to set up the feud, but the match, no.
It's a forgettable one, admittedly.
Yes, very much so. One thing that was not forgettable was the opening match, which was Penta and Kingston versus the Young Birds, it says right here.
Yep.
Yeah, Young Birds is the name of them. It's a funny name. Yeah.
I thought they were the Young. Who wrote this here? Was that you?
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
This is a sacred list, sir.
No, actually, no. Okay. I got a copy of it here, and the referee was Turd Ferguson.
Yeah, it's Turd Ferguson. It's a funny name.
Uh-huh. Well, he was roughing like a turd, poor guy. No, but
right, where did you get that cowboy hat?
Yeah, I found it. I found it around the studio. It's a great look. Yeah, cowboy hat. Just gotta remember, who is King Kong Bundy?
No, sir, that's Carey Price, the goaltender for the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, I'm asking who King Kong Bundy is. Who is he?
Wrestler, used to have hair in world class. Look. Name extreme. I'll take things Trebek shucks for $600.
Nevertheless, yeah, the Young Bucks facial hair, that was definitely unexpected.
For those who haven't watched Dynamite yet and wonder what the fuck are we talking about, Young Bucks, they had their beards and then they grew it out and now one has a mustache, the other has a full on handlebar. As in,
Nick is the one with the handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they're doing anything and everything to get you to boo.
In case anyone ever gets confused which one's Nick and which one's Matt, Nick always has the lighter hair.
Usually.
No, it's always. Like, he's never had darker hair than Matt, ever.
Fair enough.
I've been a fan of this tag team since 2009 when I first saw them for the first Dragon Gate pay-per-view.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Dragon Gate USA, I should say, actually.
We figured, yeah.
So, yeah, interesting look, but the look was not good enough as Kingston and Penta were able to outsmart them and use beat cuts against them.
Yeah.
A little help from the Elite Hunter.
Yep, Mr. Francois Kazarian ended up coming in and beating the shit out of Brandon Cutler. And in the end, they picked up the victory, which means next week they're getting a tag team title shot. And this should be new. This is the first time the Young Bucks have lost a match since winning the tag team titles back in November.
By the way, that's huge. That's a way to build up. That's a 2-week build right there, done right.
So let me just repeat this. So December, January, February, March, April. That's
6
May.
months.
That's 6 months.
Yeah,
of undefeated.
Six and a half if you want to be technical about it.
Yeah, 6.5 months of not losing, which means that when they finally lost here, it meant something. What a novel concept.
Here's how you legitimize a tag team that's just been put together. You give them a couple of weeks to build up and give them a record that makes them look like they're their thing, or do what they did with New Japan. Pin the champs, get a shot. They pin the champs, they're getting a shot.
And not only that, make sure that this isn't a thing that happens all the time where the champions lose. Make it so where when the champions actually lose a match, it means something. It's significant.
I also like the fact that this wasn't a clean win.
Well, yeah, there was smudge all over the place.
Yeah,
with
there was some
Cutler,
schmoz all over the place.
I mean, the Good Brothers interfered as well.
Yeah.
Everyone interfered except for Kenny Omega and Don Callis, who was not there this week.
Oh, he's still nursing the invisible hand.
Damn you, Brandon Cutler.
Yep.
Yep, and Guts Masterton in the chat points out there's interference, there's counter interference. Yep, it was a schmoz all around, and it was a good time all around, I would say.
And Eddie and Penta took advantage of that schmoz to pick up a win. Which I think, unless I'm missing something, unless my mind is muddled, isn't this like the first pinfall win that Eddie Kingston has had in front of a crowd?
I believe it is.
Yep.
And he pinned the tag team champions.
All right, next up here, speaking of victories, Miro got a relatively easy victory over Brian Pillman Jr.
Relatively easy, but Pillman showed up.
It was a match, but we all knew that God's favorite warrior was going to win this.
Yeah, Miro went, I must break you.
I am God's favorite champion. I pray to him every night, and then he says, Miro, you're my favorite. You have the big muscles. You go have sex with your wife.
By the way, flexible. The transformation is amazing.
I told people this would happen, but no one believed me. Everyone said that his run with AEW would suck. He would never amount to anything, and yet here we are now. You're all wrong. You're all wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. I'm
You're
right.
wrong.
I'm right.
You're wrong.
I'm right.
You're wrong. But yeah, this transformation and a new theme song, by the way.
Yeah, badass theme. That just matches the new characters so well.
This is where when I was tweeting out, I decided to just bring up I just named him the Genghis Khan of AEW because of that quote I sent out.
And that thing just makes more sense. Although, is it Genghis Khan or Genghis Khan? I've heard it both ways.
It's either or.
Yeah, both are technically correct. Let's put it that way.
As for the quote, it fits Miro to a T. I am the flail of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you.
That 100% fits Miro right now.
I didn't even know Miro was that religious.
I don't think he is. He's just part of the character.
I mean, it's a hell of a time to do it, especially if you're a Canadian. That's an ultra heel right there.
And it's especially scary because what's worse than a psychopath? A religious psychopath.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of psychopaths, we're going to get an FTW World Title match soon between Brian Cage and Ricky Starks, who's going to be 100% healed.
It'll be the Dynamite where they're in Austin, Texas, so in a couple of weeks from now.
Oh,
yep, because they're having some trouble in Team Taz, and Taz's like, you know what? It's time to blow off some steam. Let them fight each other. Although I feel like this is going to lead to a breakup, especially if Ricky Starks gets the FTW World Title. So
well, we know. But there's only one thing for Cage to do. He's going to take off his shirt right now.
Yeah. I mean, can you blame him?
Nope. He's too buff for a shirt.
Two people who are definitely not too buff for shirts, as seen in their promos, are MJF and Sammy Guevara, who had one hell of a final main event for Daily's Place.
Match of the fucking week.
I dare say match of the year candidate right there.
This is definitely called investing in your future. Also, I love MJF's promo where he said, you know, people are going to be calling Sammy Guevara the future because I'm the now.
Ooh. Good riff. That's just good riff.
This match has been built up for months. All that antagonism, and it came out in a very great way. MJF is people often sleep on him just because of his mic work and his character work, but guy can get it done in the ring.
The guy is underrated, if you ask me, in the ring.
He is 100% no slouch. He knows how to get it done, and the way this match started with a one-upsmanship of different styles from these two was just absolutely mind-blowing.
The first 4 minutes of this match were just a wrestling masterclass. Technical wrestling.
And on Twitter,
high flying, flippy stuff. It's just and Sammy was all over the place, but MJF kept up with him like it was no issue for him.
And MJF on Twitter the previous week did say he was going to make Sammy Guevara do the one thing he's never done in his life, and that's professionally wrestle. And just goddamn, both these guys delivered. And in the end, it came down to some interference from Shawn Spears, giving Sammy Guevara a good old shot to the face with a steel chair.
And can I just say, I think we saw a face that no one outside of Peyton Royce has seen from Shawn Spears.
Yeah, that's that feeling of euphoria after he hit Sammy with the chair.
That was the face. I'm sure. We just saw Shawn Spears' face.
Pretty sure he was wearing a condom because I don't remember seeing a stain.
Regardless, that was an absolutely excellent main event match. MJF won it in the best way possible to make sense for both characters. And after that, we had a really nice montage showcasing every major event that happened at Daily's Place. And it's kind of a bittersweet thing that it's coming to an end because on one hand, it's great to see him back on the road, going to different places, possibly, Norfolk Scope in Norfolk, Virginia, just saying, in the future. And then at the end, they decide for their final shot to show all the fans in the arena, just to show how, how much wrestling fans mean to wrestling shows, because without fans, the shows really do feel empty.
Montage was super awesome, by the way, for those wondering. The video is up there somewhere.
On YouTube, It's on Twitter, it's everywhere. And then, right when they're about to go off the air with this huge sentimental moment, God damn it, JR.
Yeah, it was a case of there was some commentary saying thank you, Daily's Place. Tony said thank you, Daily's Place, and Jim Ross went into sale mode. And usually, and he said the same thing earlier, where it's like, ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing better in the world than going to an AEW Dynamite show. Except in the last words, credit bump, bottom third, copyright thing. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing in the world better than watching WWE Dynamite live. Look. Boys, meat talk, roast later. Folks, I understand there's a few people who are saying, well, it's a slip up. He doesn't deserve to lose his job. If it was just the first time he said that and just the timing was shit, fair. And I'm not going to call for someone's job because that's obviously unfair. But I will say this. This is not the first time he let slip those 3 letters on AEW television. He called, I believe, Kenny Omega the WWE champion.
Yep, that just last February.
The last image of this feel-good return to wrestling normalcy somewhat. This feel-good moment. They're leaving the home, the place they've called home for 15 months. Jim lets it slip. I'm sorry. I have all the respect for the world for Jim Ross. But enough. People are there are haters out there who don't want WWE, who don't want who don't want AEW to succeed, and this guy who hasn't been classic JR, and that's fair enough, but he's been sounding disinterested for since the beginning almost. Look, if Jim Ross wants to contribute, fair. Don't do it every week. Do it, at least he has to do it for the pay-per-views and the occasional big thing, like you do a Fighter Fest or Winter is Coming. Make it feel special. He can't do it weekly anymore. Because mistakes like that are going to happen. And if you want to make it look like you are the legitimate number 2, not the distant number 2, things like what happened on Wednesday need to stop.
And I don't think they want to be even a close number 2. They clearly want to be number 1.
And JC said, doesn't JR only do this in order to keep himself busy now that his wife has passed? True. And again, I completely understand if the position is, hey, look, we signed him, we're going to use him every week because people recognize that voice. Fair enough, but that's why you got Tony Schiavone as well. And people can shit on Excalibur's commentary all they want. He's a good commentator. And he carries the load in the play-by-play department.
Yeah, he's the guy who knows most of the modern moves. He knows most of the modern talent because he's worked with them for like the past 15 years via PWG and other independents. So he knows a lot of their backstory, their characters as well.
Jim Ross is a wonderful talent. You could see him in the interviews what he did with Andrade on Saturday, and you see all the interviews. That's his wheelhouse now. And doing commentary on the big shows, kind of like in the sense of, the big pay-per-views where, in this, especially in 2001 through, you hear Howard Finkel only do pay-per-views. That's how like for me, that's how I knew I was watching a pay-per-view. It was like, in the early 2000s, when I heard Howard Finkel's voice, I knew, okay, this is it. This is special. That's what makes it different. I'm not saying can him, but something needs to be done because at this point, if you intend to continue with Jim Ross, he's going to keep tripping up. Experience is one thing, but sorry. WWE Dynamite, this is not. You could go ahead and roast, boys.
I got really nothing else to add to that, really, other than that, since they started, I was kind of worried that this would happen more and more often, and unfortunately it has, because we kind of saw this when he was working with New Japan, and that was like 3 years ago. And I feel like he's at his best when he's at a more limited capacity.
When he has time to watch the product, and he obviously he does. but his capacity, it's weird because Alex Trebek has said it, like, when I feel when he felt where his skill and capacity to perform the job actively and accurately diminished, that's when he'll walk away. And while he didn't do it, but because the cancer took killed him before he got the chance to even say goodbye, he could feel himself going, okay, you know what? He was starting to feel himself go wane away in the skill department. With Jim Ross, there's another one who said another quote, and I can't think of it right now.
Is it Bob Barker? Was it Bob Barker?
No, that's not it. In a sense, that's that case, but Bob was always Bob. He always had that skill.
He still walked away while the going was good, though.
He still walked away when the going was good. Jim Ross overstayed his welcome.
And once again, we're not saying that he needs to be outright replaced 24/7, but I don't think we're saying is that he doesn't need to be there all the time, because he, for the past several years, even before AEW, he kept making these very simple to avoid mistakes.
The game is past him, and rather than just stay away and just come in every once in a while, he's staying too long, and it's affecting his legacy. We can make jokes, and you folks can make jokes and memes all you want, but it's just furthering the point that, okay, don't fire him, but this is a bad look. This is a bad sound. The last few minutes of your show, the last line of the show, and it's on Botchamania when it should be on highlight reels.
And this is a discussion that we had, like I said, years ago when he was working for New Japan. We had this exact same conversation. So I guess more things change, the more they stay the same.
I get it. Like, Dave Lagana from Busted Open is like, yeah, it's a fuck up, but he's been doing these fuck ups for the last half decade now. This is a red flag. It's a huge red flag.
Anyways, we're just going in circles at this point. Shin, do you have anything?
I guess not.
Mr. Shintigercurl, do you have anything to add to Jim Ross or anything in that matter?
Hello?
Oh.
Yes, there you are. Do you have anything to say about Mr. A.R. Jim Ross?
We hear you.
Yes, we hear you, Mr. Shin.
Oh, no, I think his Discord's fucking up again.
Feels like it.
Shin, can you hear us?
Okay, good. As for me, I'm not the. I can hear you too.
Oh, there's an obvious
Can you
delay
hear me?
now.
Hello?
We hear you. I love the fucking internet, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so Mr. Shintigercurl,
we got to move on. We got to move on. Obviously, someone's not up. Someone's up.
All righty then. Only thing I've left are the matches coming up for AEW. Cody versus QT in a strap match. Got Penta and Kingston versus the Bucks.
Yep.
Got Melly versus Baker. And we have Ethan Page versus Darby Allin in a coffin match.
Ethan Page had a wonderful promo promoting that, and obviously it was supposed to be next week in Miami, but the move was to move it move it ahead a few weeks, and it was
considering what happened in Miami last week, I think that's the best idea. Hello, Shin.
Good, thank you. Damn processes.
Process better. Anyways, Shin, what do you think about the upcoming coffin match between Ethan Page and Darby Allin?
Considering how crazy that son of a bitch Darby Allin is, it's going to be a ripper.
Oh yeah, this and Ethan. No, and you're right about Ethan Page, but he's a crazy motherfucker. He wants to be more torture.
Yeah, he's Ethan Page. They're going to beat the shit out of each other, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, same here. I said Ethan Page cut a hell of a promo promoting it too.
That he did 100%. Excellent promo where he said that every time he tries to cripple Darby Allin physically, he just keeps coming back. No injury can take him out permanently. So he's going to try to cripple him mentally. So that way, every time Darby Allin does a coffin drop, he'll think about being sealed in that coffin by Ethan Page. And I just want to end tonight with one little image. So on 2K19, I'm simulating a tournament for a new junior heavyweight champion. And guess who's in the finals?
Who?
Yeah.
The Miz and Tyler Breeze.
All right, context. I won one of the. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted and TikTok. I posted about the Budweiser Red Light that I won earlier this week, and it lit up.
Nice,
ladies and gentlemen. If for those who don't know, they hook up to the internet to keep a track of the score, and Habs just scored. It's 4-2, baby! Yes! It ain't over, motherfuckers! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Sorry. Had the mark out. It's the first time my Habs have been in there since 1993. Let me have this, god damn it.
Well, best of luck to them, man. Best of luck to whoever wins this vacant junior heavyweight title. I just love the fact that this tournament just turned into up, up, down, down versus left, right, left, right.
Oh, God. Wait, what? Wait, what?
It's Miz versus Tyler Breeze in the finals of the tournament I'm simulating.
Oh, okay. This is Fire Pro stuff. Okay.
No, it's 2K19.
Fair enough.
Miz finally wants revenge for that burn.
Oh, God, yes, that burn.
Yeah, man, deepest lore.
Oh, God, we were talking about this burn last night.
For those who don't watch the party.
Yes.
It was a title defense for Tyler Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
In the call was Breeze, Miz, Joe, Swiss, Xavier Woods, and Chugs, aka Adam Cole. The game was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the fighting game for the SNES. And before I even get to the burn, Miz was already being bitched out because he was being too loud, and Melise was in the other room doing a Zoom call, and she came in there and chastised him in front of everybody, like, Michael, you're too loud. I can't hear my call. Stay quiet. And everyone ripped on him. Match
Roasted
ends.
him
Breeze, of course, wins. And then he unleashes the roast of a lifetime. He says, and I quote, "Hey, Miz, I heard you're going to be in the sequel to See No Evil. It's called See No Talent."
Everyone on the floor, and in case of Austin Creed, quite literally.
Creed was on the floor, dying. Chugs had a smoker's cough. Swiss was just cracking up. Joe was screaming out, "He's a man! He's a man with a family! He's a man! Don't do this to him!"
I just love how this is what I always love about simulating tournaments is just how they can just turn out like this, just give you the most, apropos finals. It's happened more than once. I just love it. And to JC, how high the scores usually get in hockey games? I'd say usually 2 to 3 goals usually. But of course, this the Stanley Cup Finals.
Of course, yeah.
Got to put in the extra effort. And
yeah.
Please, Canadians, don't let Tampa Bay win. Don't do it.
Well, right now the score is 4-2. They're about to enter second intermission. And Tampa is leading the series 4-2. So, on the 3-2-1. 2-zip. My brain is frazzled. Me can't talk right now.
So, since you can't talk, let's let our fans talk, because I believe we do have some time for a Q&A.
Yeah, but before you do, actually, Shin, you had something to talk about? You do?
Hello?
Oh, here we
Yes,
go. Hey.
you have some news yourself, Mr. Shintigercurl.
Yes, indeedy. Let's see. I can't really pull it up because because these processes are slowing down my computer, so I have to keep things down low so I can be able to do this. But off the top of my head, deathmatch veteran and legendary deathmatch wrestler Atsushi Onita has stated that he wants to have a deathmatch with Jon Moxley in the near future.
Put that shit on AEW, please.
And not only that, Mick Foley earlier today says he wants to be the special referee.
Put that shit on pay-per-view. We're buying it right now.
Oh, that would be some. That's only if Renee lets him, because from what I've read, he made a promise to her that after his match with Kenny at Revolution, he would not be doing anymore.
Nuts.
His hero, his idol, his idolo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to do something really special for her.
Yeah, he's gonna have to do something real special to get Renee to sign off on this. Also, in other news, it has been revealed to us early this week that everyone's favorite murder grandpa Minoru Suzuki has been dating a fellow wrestler. I believe it's Go Mizunami.
People are mistaking an Instagram post that's saying that he is dating Meiko Satomura, which is a mistranslation due to machines.
I retract that news.
Because Japanese languages don't 100. The Japanese language does not 100% translate to English. So as far as I can tell, Meiko Satomura and Minoru Suzuki not dating.
Good friends, but not in that way, unfortunately.
The world was saved.
For now. You
Let's see,
posted
what
that
else?
earlier this week, and we were like, whoa, okay, the entire world is fucked.
World's strongest couple. All right. In other news, they actually show pictures of the numerous staples that Hangman Page got in his head after his match last week against Powerhouse Hobbs. Gruesome stuff.
Yeah, I'll say so. I saw that picture, and yes, it's a pretty nice cut, nice and clean.
Yeah.
Let's see what else if I can call it offhand. What was it? Renee Paquette came out and said that shortly after Jon joined with AEW, she was in contact with Triple H, who was trying to do everything he can to make sure that Jon and Renee were financially stable after his latest bout with staph infection.
That's nice.
She has said that she and Jon were still good friends with both Stephanie and Triple H, and that the separation of the brands has nothing does not come interferes with any of their friendships. So yeah,
that's good. That's good. That's not Vince McMahon. That is a good thing.
Which
I mean, when is that a bad thing, really, when you think about it?
Yeah, which leads me to further believe that Triple H is definitely not taking over this company because he might be a bit too nice, isn't mean enough to get mean.
And in the last bit of news I have, because I can't really look at my news feed anymore right now, hopefully Mercedes Martinez is doing well for herself. Well, I actually have two bits of news, if you guys haven't mentioned it, but Mercedes Martinez is hopefully doing well after being legitimately knocked out in her mixed tag match against Ty Sheer on NXT this week.
I heard about that.
I saw that shot. That was, right on the button.
Yeah, I heard about it. Just apparently it was just a clean right kick to the noggin.
Not intentional, obviously, but enough to make it look, fuck.
That is the unfortunate nature of wrestling sometimes, especially when you deal with a wrestler that deals with a lot of kicks, that sometimes one's just going to catch you.
Yep, they had to call the match afterwards after she got legitimately knocked out, which ended in a no contest.
And one thing that's not no contest is this junior heavyweight title. And your winner and the inaugural junior heavyweight champion is Miz. Revenge is
They
sweet.
finally got that. Okay, in my final bit of news, a nice Resquio Empache to another fallen wrestler this week. One of my boys from the Attitude Era sadly passed away. That being Del Wilkes, a.k.a. The Patriot.
Yeah, we discussed it. We discussed it earlier, actually. But you didn't get a chance to talk about it, so we may as well let you.
Yeah, he may not have had a very long career in the WWF, which is where I primarily know him as, but he had such a striking appearance. His physique was pretty good. He was a very good in the ring, good, decent worker. And he just had one of my favorite theme songs of all time, which would be inherited by none other than Hall of Famer and Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. Chat.
Mm-hmm.
This guy did not have a long career at all. This guy did a lot for just 10 years.
Impressive.
Yeah.
And that's all the news I can remember right now.
All right, so we don't have a pay-per-view preview, thank God. But if you guys want, we got about 10 minutes before we do our winners and losers. We got 4 people in the chat room. If you guys have any questions, go right ahead. JC, how high do scores usually go in these games? In hockey games? I mean, let's put it this way. Vasilevsky's one of the best goaltenders in the world. Carey Price usually is one of the best goaltenders in the world. So they're not typically high-scoring affairs. JC, my question is, what is the funniest spot you've ever seen in WWE? Oh, fuck.
Titus O'Neil.
Titus O'Neil, the slide. It broke Corey Graves.
And that says a lot when you consider how much of a professional he generally is on commentary.
Are we talking about on air or off air?
On air botches.
Damn, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, I know, right?
Titus is an easy answer, but I know there's one that really cracked me up. Damn.
Come on, Shin.
All right, I think I know one. First season of NXT. Daniel Bryan is the rookie, and is his quote unquote mentor is the Miz, and he talks about how great he I think I'm trying to remember the exact circumstances. It's after Daniel got taken out and voted out of the process, and he cut a great promo talking about how good he is. And Miz says, "You're not that good," and he says, "I'm better. I'm better than everyone there, and I'm better than you." And then CM Punk says, "No, right? He's right, Miz. He is better than you."
I wouldn't call that a botch.
I thought you said spot, not botch.
It's botch.
Oh, funny, it's botch. Oh, okay.
Yeah, BOTCH, botch.
I can't really think of one offhand, so I'm just going to go with Titus World Slide.
That's what we said.
But if it was other kind of botches, then there was one that popped in mind.
Guts. What do you see Christian Cage working with JE leading to Jurassic Express?
Outside of comedy, it as a temporary alliance.
Yeah.
I want more Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Christian, and we're talking about Christian's involvement too.
I mean, not me. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm derping.
We
Christian
all are.
Christian Cage and Luchasaurus, especially after that bit they had this week where
yeah,
where Luch was just beating all gravelly and intimidating. Yeah, you don't do this. I'm gonna kick your ass. And then Christian's like, I'm part dinosaur on my mother's side. And then Luch immediately drops it and goes to his normal voice, like, really? Tell me, what are your thoughts on the prehistoric era? And they go off to talk dinosaur stuff. I want more of that.
Yeah. Can't say I blame you. What hockey player would you think would have the best chance of being a wrestler? I'm not jumping into that debate. I would not know.
Neither would I.
I would not
spit
know.
all about hockey. The only hockey player I know in the wrestling is the Goon.
The Goon.
I mean, Ty Domi, maybe? I don't know. He was an enforcer. Anyway. One more. Are there any heels that are less possible as faces than Baron Corbin? You mean Happy Corbin? Oh, God.
I'm JF. He can never be a face.
The best you could do would be a tweener, because sometimes you need someone to speak the truth to a douchebag heel and to another douchebag. So there's that. But
I can't see MJF ever being a face. Like FTR can be faces. Sean Spears could turn face. Whole bunch of people from their heels that can be faces. Not MJF. Never MJF.
He is a career heel. But yeah, Baron Corbin. Apparently, a couple of trademark things with him going on. One of the names is Happy Corbin. I'm like, oh God, they're gonna have him. They're gonna have him get beat up by Bob Barker, aren't they? It's gonna be Happy Corbin with the NHL jerseys, with like the 400-foot, bitch toss.
The price is wrong, bitch. Punch.
Yeah, I think you have enough. No, now you have enough.
You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me, Bob? No, son. I want the whole thing.
No, son, I want the whole thing. In this typical Bob Barker voice, too.
Happy Gilmore is still one of the favorite movies I've ever watched with my dad.
What a movie. What a movie. Anyway. Yeah. One more? Are we done here?
Anybody else? Any questions? Any cues for Matty Zay? Anybody? Bueller?
Going once. Going twice. Sold. All right. Time for winners and losers, boys.
I think you already know who is getting this D-Cell Battery Award, but I just feel like it needs to be said again. Dollar King. Just, I already did. You know what? Just because his fuck up was so massive, I'm giving the D-Cell to the entirety of Hit Row.
Oh.
Wrestling didn't do anything wrong. But they didn't do anything wrong. He was just Dollar King.
Stood there and let him try to get his man disqualified in front of the fucking ref. Really? You two, you tall ass woman. I don't even know your name.
Holy
Other guy whose name.
All right, I gotta
interrupt
interrupt here.
There and
Sorry, I have to interrupt here. Zelina Vega's back in the Fed.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Announced as one of the competitors for the Money in the Bank match, and she just defeated Liv Morgan, or did defeat Liv Morgan tonight on SmackDown Live.
Why?
I don't know. I just read this bullshit.
Well, that's most unexpected.
Absolutely. Well, we'll definitely know a little bit more about that stuff in the coming couple of weeks here. But yeah, Liv Morgan defeated Zelina Vega.
Oh,
is why
they brought her back just a job.
What's that, Shin?
They brought her back just a job out. No.
Well, she's in the ladder match, so she's probably got a job out even more. But yeah, there's more build up and all that stuff, and I got a thing to talk about. T-Dub. Okay, sorry the interruption. Pardon the interruption, I should say. Let us continue.
All right. I guess my loser this week is just Jim Ross, unfortunately, just a few too many mistakes on the commentary table.
Yeah, Jim Ross is on the list. That's just... If you have to keep him, but he can't do weekly anymore. It's showing. Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
She's
Sasha,
an anti-vaxxer.
What the fuck, Sasha? It's just of all people.
It's the people you like the most, isn't it? God damn it. Anyway, and Bully fucking Ray.
Yeah, he's a dummy.
It's made the rounds, and I'm not in the Eli Drake bun for that one. Nope, not putting that over for Bully Ray. He goes on Busted Open Radio after a video clip post-show of Eddie Kingston pretty much doing what Eddie Kingston does and, sending send the people home happy. And basically cutting a promo and saying, and pretty much taking a dump on WWE. Long story short. Bully Ray goes on Monday and he says, Eddie Kingston needs to shut the fuck up and stay in his lane. He goes into explanation, all that stuff. Says the guy that worked for ECW who is infamous on taking shits on the competent goddamn tension. Bully?
Yes, I can remember specifically during an opening entrance of an ECW pay-per-view, Joey Styles spending 3 minutes burying WWE.
Bully?
I remember that.
I get it.
I remember
that. Yeah, I do too. Bully? You may never listen to this, and you have every right to consider me a mark, because that's what I am. But, pot, kettle, black. You shut the fuck up, and you stay in your goddamn lane. Eddie Kingston was doing his fucking job. And his job, in that particular case, was be Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston doesn't know how to be anyone but Eddie Kingston.
And of course, Eddie Kingston responded by just laughing it off.
Yeah, as one should. As one should.
Why would he have to take anything Bully Ray has to say seriously? Bully Ray is what is Bully Ray doing right now?
He co-hosts Busted Open Radio.
The last thing I remember Bully Ray doing was taking up way too much of people's times during wrestling shows with overly long hardcore matches.
Yep, and look what Eddie Kingston's doing now.
He's on a major television wrestling show, making lots of money.
I have to ask, is Bully still part of the booking committee for Ring of Honor?
I don't know. He possibly still has a voice, maybe?
To be continued. Let's do winner. Before we do winners, JC put in a question. When do you think of ladder match? When do you think of ladder match first fought? Which one's the first one that comes to mind? TLC 2, Mania 17.
For me, Shawn versus Razor.
There's another one.
Title.
Yeah. D-Dub?
When I think of ladder match, first thought that comes on when I think of a ladder match, for me personally, is the WrestleMania 24 Money in the Bank ladder match.
There you go. Let's do winners, gentlemen.
All right, winners this week. Easily still, Cameron Grimes and LA Knight, their feud, still the most interesting feud in all of WWE, all brands. Not gonna. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I didn't get to my losers. I just did D-Cell.
Yeah, you just did D-Cell and then something that night. You go ahead with your losers at the same time.
Well, pretty much all your guys' losers. Sasha Banks for being anti-vaxxer. Jim Ross's botch. Pretty much everything you said, but one I was going to give it this week to WrestleLamia.
Really?
They were doing a list of matches that had negative star ratings done by Dave Meltzer or someone else. It's not the list that concerns me; it's what he said. In one of them, he brought up the awesome stiff as fuck match that happened last year, Walter versus Ilya Dragunov.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes off and calls Ilya Elijah Dragunov.
Oh, you
That's
fucked
not close, not even close.
up.
Rewind that 5 times to make sure I heard what he said. Like, did you say Elijah Dragunov? And it was like, yeah, Elijah Dragunov.
Yeah, WrestleMania has been getting on a lot of people's shit list the past several months for the clickbait type of videos that he does.
Yeah, it was just as bad as that other guy calling Ted DiBiase Ted DiBiase.
You think that they would learn how to properly pronounce wrestlers' names? It's not difficult. Just listen to the commentary, especially because it's in English. The commentary is in English.
He should. How do you? It doesn't even phonetically sound the same. Elijah. Elijah is spelled with an E, dummy. But anyway, winners this week. Winners this week. AEW for having one hell of a last show to end out Daly's place. A few low spots in between. Let's see. And I think that's about it. I want to say. I can't really think of any right now. Botching.
Yeah.
Just a botchy show for me, but so far those are my winners.
Hey, you made it. You made it through it. That's what counts. D-Dub.
All right, my winner this week goes out to, first up, Joe Gacy for getting a spot on 205 Live tonight and the opening rounds of the Prospect Tournament. I think that's what it's called. Whatever
the breakout tournament. Yeah,
breakout tournament. Yes, the breakout tournament for NXT. So I guess at this point, 205 Live has become NXT Dark,
NXT Velocity, NXT Heat,
NXT Shotgun Friday Night.
Yeah, that one works. That one works.
They should honestly do it, since they love emulating the new generation stuff so much. Just call it Friday Night Shotgun. NXT Shotgun Friday Night.
Or Shotgun Saturday Night. Same difference, yeah.
But I know, but it's a Friday Night show. But nevertheless, congrats to Joe Gacy for getting a match there. And of course to AEW for holding things down at Daly's Place, and to all the fans that showed up there on constant basis once things started opening up. You guys definitely made the shows feel a lot more live. And I cannot wait to see more of them as the weeks continue.
And for me, Jungle Boy versus Jungle Boy, 50th victory on Dynamite on AEW. Great. That's a nice little thing. That's a nice little reward. MGF versus Sammy Guevara, absolutely. All Elite Wrestling. OSW review for what you mentioned earlier, and episode 100, which is Heroes of Wrestling, so you should watch it. You should. And La Casual Spa, basically the sports bar I went on Monday, because I brought it up on Rift Zone last night, but I take a picture, put it on my Instagram. Lots of love from everybody. Thank you, by the way, for that love. I was just trying to show people that I did what I meant, and was going to a sports bar to watch game 1 of the playoffs I'm watching right now. The third period is starting, and well, at least Price is holding up like a brick wall again, thank God. And the Cash basically said, hey, if you show a picture of your drink, you are entered for a draw for every game this series, and you may get a Budweiser red light gimmick that's worth around $260 Canadian, and I won one, obviously, and it's over there, and it's flashed twice tonight, and I hope it flashes at least 3 more times, but we'll see. But that's about it, and that's the show pretty much. Let's do some plugs, boys.
Let's plugging away my YouTube channel, Maxicorn, at YouTube, where you can find all the latest in Warmer Horde lore videos, fan fiction readings, and a bunch of other stuff that will annoy TWK until the day he dies. Also, make sure, if you want to help support my channel and really help me get my teeth fixed, because pain, PayPal.com/Shintigercurl, Patreon.com/Shintigercurl. Cash App is $Shintigercurl. And if you want to get more, help me out in more other ways, my book New World, it's on Amazon. It's better than Empress Teresa, better than Onision's books, better than all of them, better than Ready Player 2. So cop that shit. Cop it, please. And thank you.
Better than Twilight, better than 50 Shades of Grey, better than most young adult novels.
Yeah. Dina, plug away yourself.
I got a new video coming up this Monday on my YouTube channel. Finally, new video coming Monday, and it'll happen every Monday for the next several weeks. So tune in for that. As the season 2 premiere will be WWF SmackDown. Just bring it.
Good choice. My first Sony WWF game. First
Mine as well.
Yeah. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick at all. And of course, if you want the show a little early, patreon.com/GWK reviews. And of course, I got my PayPal, as always, my tip jar, paypal.me/MattyJ316. You can follow us on Twitter at MattyJ316, at TWKOfficial, and at Shintigercurl. I am on TikTok at MattyJWC. Questions, answers, all that stuff. You want some, the Wrestle-Cast at gmail.com, the Wrestle-Cast at gmail.com, and all that good stuff, the merch and all that stuff. You go on our Twitch page. All the information is there. There's a Discord. We have fun there. You may want to join us. But that's going to do it for, ladies and gentlemen, for this show this week. We thank you very much for tuning in and saying hello once again. On behalf of everybody, including Shintigercurl.
I ain't right now. They leave me alone.
And TWK.
Fuck it. Fuck it long, fuck it hard.
My name is Matty J, reminding you to get an anal bum cover. I've always tried to get an anal bum cover. Not coming up with it was my greatest regret.
That's because all you do is try, and trying is for losers. The winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
My name
was the prom queen.
Thank you, Shin, for getting that one.
Dad, I got it too, but I was trying to remember, and Shin got to it first. My name's Matty J, reminding you of professional wrestling, support your independent promotion as soon as possible. Have a good weekend. I will have a stressful 15 minutes before I have that. And happy Independence Day for you folks in the States. There you go.
USA! USA! Ho!
Have a good one. Have a say bye, everybody. Bye.
Hey man, I don't think we've officially met, but I want to thank you for having Jungle Boy's back while I was gone. Now, despite what people may think, dinosaurs are very loyal. So now, I got your back.
Well, with that HFO issue I've been having, I appreciate that. And hey, crazy story. I'm almost a quarter Cosmoceratops on my mom's side.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh? Hey, my Uncle Larry, he's exactly the same.